engines coming to life.
This is the Gooney Birds flying field.
And controls in hand.
We're on Paper Mill Road.
Model airplanes take flight.
The property belongs to Florence County, and they've been gracious enough to lease it to us.
Named after the World War II era C-47, the Gooney Birds Model Airplane Club started filling the skies in the early 60s.
I've been here 7 years.
Wayne McKay is the club's president.
A lot of my friends play golf, a lot of them fish, but this is the way I relax.
The property is equipped with everything a pilot would need, lots of space, and a smooth runway.
We've got one of the nicest fields in the state of South Carolina right here. It's a smooth grass field. A lot of people would love to have this at their club site.
If we didn't have this, probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing too much, you know.
Russ Russitano is a newer member to the club, joining just 1 year ago. He has a plane in the sky whenever he can.
I mean, just this year alone, I'd probably put in 1,000. I do this a lot, and when I go out for the day, I go out for an entire day.
He's been flying model planes for more than 30 years, and it's a passion he inherited from his dad.
You know, back in the old days, these were kits. You know, they were sticks and blocks. And I can remember my dad building a kit. You know, it would take him 3 or 4 months to build it. And then he'd go out and fly it.
Russ isn't the only member of the club who got hooked on flying early.
I was able to travel some in airplanes when I was young and just developed a love for airplanes. Just like riding in them, flying, and interest in aviation.
Robert Gooney has been flying RC planes since the early 80s.
The spin's gonna be right on top of us.
He says while it's not exactly the same as being in the plane, it is pretty close.
The models fly exactly like a full scale does. All the controls are the same, so it's just instead of having a seat of the pants feel that you would have in the seat of an aircraft, you have a hand-eye correlation between the two, and you have to relate the two together. But they fly the same.
When you go away from you, right is right, left is left. When you're coming at you, it's backwards.
The speeds some of these planes can reach, not what you might expect either. Easily reaching 200 miles an hour. Some can go much faster.
A lot of it's got to do with the size of the engine, the type of fuel you run. There's a lot of electrics now, and the electrics are really, they're taking over. My plane is nitro powered, and I use a high percentage of nitro, that's where its power comes from. So it's got an extremely high power to weight ratio, which gives it a lot of vertical power and the speed.
That power allows Robert to do some impressive maneuvering with his wings. He competes with other RC pilots, flying routines that mimic those of the real stunt planes.
So I've made 10, 12 trips to the Nationals, and I've been all over North and South Carolina and up to Virginia in local area contests.
While it takes years to perfect the stunts these guys are doing, they say anybody can get behind the controls.
That's one of the benefits of a club. We have several members that are trainers, and that's their role in the club, is to train new people to fly.
We have planes set up with what we call a buddy box, where you have an instructor and a student. And the instructor will get the plane up in the air, straight and level, flip a switch, and then the student has control. If you're losing it, we can take it from you and we can fly it. And if you learn like that, you'll probably never tear up your first airplane until you fly it all by yourself one day.
Crashes happen. We witnessed one for ourselves.
And if you go too long, that's it. It shuts down, and wherever you're at. So we were racing around, and he ran himself out of battery. He had to walk out there and get it.
All good.
Was that the walk of shame?
That was the walk of, oh my goodness.
To get to the level these guys are at, Russ has a piece of advice.
Get the basics down to where you don't panic anymore. You know, if you can't tell what the airplane's doing, you just keep calm and make it do something and figure it out.
For Wayne and the Gooney Birds Club, exposing kids to this hobby is one of their goals.
It's amazing how they catch on so fast. Their reflexes are so good, and they're used to gaming anyway.
I'm all in favor of getting fathers and sons out here and get the kids off these cut and pick and computer games. And we got joysticks out here too, you know, just fly the airplane, come out and enjoy the sunshine and the fresh air.
And for Russ, it's about passing on his passion, just like his dad did to him.
It was what I looked forward to the most about having a son.
He hopes to pass on not only the love of flight, but everything that comes with it.
It taught me mechanical skills. It made my brain think in a different way. And that's one of the things I really hope I instill in my son, is just the ability to figure out something's wrong and fix it.